welcome to Gina Ahrens Design Team Challenge for the month of July. And this month's challenge is to take tickets and to alter them using her stamps, stencils, or digis from her Etsy shop. And I will post a link down at the bottom in the description box below. And unfortunately, I thought I had turned my camera on and I didn't. So I'm using a very small jelly print, plate, I should say, to make jelly prints. And this particular stencil, okay, she hadn't come out with her stencils yet. She had sent me some digis of arrows, and I had asked her if I could use my silhouette cameo, this was over a year ago, to create a stencil out of it. And so she has something very similar to this in her Etsy shop. So this is one of my handmade stencils that I made using one of her digis. And I'm going to go ahead and use that to make a secondary marks onto my tickets, because I already had done the first layer and now I'm doing the second layer using some of her stencils. And then you'll see me finish up the process and the project using these tickets in something. I'm not going to tell you, you got to stay tuned, okay? So I'm going to fast forward through this bit and I'll be back in a little bit. Enjoy. Alright, so in this section here, I'm going to use some of her stamps. I'm going to stamp some of the images, some of the stamps onto the tickets. And I'm going to fast forward through this section, and I will be back in a little bit with the magic of the camera to show you the next step of what I'm going to use these tickets for. Alright, so enjoy. See you in a bit. So I did stamp on some of the stamps directly, and then off camera I went ahead and stamped some more of her images from the two stamp sets I showed you earlier onto some cardstock, and then I fussy cut them out. I used some Faber-Castell Pitt pens to color them in, and I went ahead and used some glitter glue to add some bling, some sparkle to some of the stamped images. And so in this process here, you're going to see me gluing those images that I stamped. As you can see right here, I'm showing you the images I stamped and fussy cut out. And now I'm going to go ahead and glue them onto the tickets. And then I went ahead and used some glitter glue to add some bling to these tickets. So enjoy this part, and I'll be back in a little bit. so in this section, I'm just going ahead with a white pen and going ahead and just adding some extra little doodles and sayings and whatnot. And I've set those aside to dry, and coming in and just adding some more bling and color and whatnot to these tickets. Oh, and I'm also using some puff paint to add a little bit of dimension to the arrows and to some of the stamped images, and stickles, which is basically glitter glue, and adding that to that as well to add some bling, because you know I like my bling, my sparkle. So in this section, I am going to use my tickets, and I'm going to use them on these tags. Some, well, they're not the same exact tags. They're different tags, different sizes, and I'm not using all of the tickets on the tags because I didn't want to extend this video out for like ever. So I am just going ahead and doing a few to show you what you can do with some of Gina's stamp stencils and digis, and how you can use tickets and to alter a tag and to make it pretty. So enjoy the rest of my process as I finish up these tags. And thanks for watching. All right, so the feather that you see here is part of Gina's stamp sets, and you probably saw me a couple of months ago use her stamps on some paint chips, and so this is one of the paint chips that I used to stamp one of her stamps on, and then I fussy cut it out, and now I'm just gluing it on. But often you will see me in a lot of the design team challenges I'll go ahead and use some of the things that I created in previous months. So that's what I'm explaining to you here. Sorry, I can't speak very well today. I apologize. So in this next section, you will see me using some die cuts. They're wood die cuts that Gina had sent me over a year ago when she went to Alaska. She sent me a cute little care package with all kinds of pamphlets and things that she had gotten along her trip, and she had purchased these die cuts and sent them to me. I thought it was really sweet of her. And so since I'm doing this tag for her design team challenge, I figured it would be a perfect time to use some of these die cuts. They've been in one of my die cut boxes, and I just haven't found a opportunity to use them. And today I thought, wow, okay, this is a great tag to use those on, to use some of these on. So that's what I'm going to do here. So some of the stamped images that I had stamped onto the cardstock I did not use on the tickets, and so some of these are from Gina's stamp sets, and I'm just fussy cutting them out, and I'm going to glue some to the lower right hand corner of the tag. And of course, those of you that have been watching my YouTube channel since the beginning, you will know that I like my bling. I have to add bling to things, and so I'm adding some bling to this tag. It's one of my favorite things to add to tags, tickets, whatever. I have to have bling, whatever sparkly, shiny. Yeah, like diamonds are a girl's best friend, that kind of thing. So I went ahead and just started doing this tag and had totally forgotten to turn my camera back on. With my new setup, the way I have things set up in my art space, I keep forgetting to turn my camera on. I just don't know why I'm having that issue. Anyhow, here are some digis that you can purchase on Gina Ahrens's Etsy shop. They're words with some of her art background with them, and you can actually print them out onto Avery labels. And unfortunately, I packed away my Avery labels, but no big deal. I'm going ahead and cutting them out, and I'm going to glue them on. So it's not a big deal if you don't have Avery labels or labels to, labels, office labels to create stickers out of these. You can go ahead and just cut them out and glue them on. So I had already started with this tag here, and I had adhered one of the tickets to the bottom, and I like the idea of having the ticket kind of, go over the edges, not completely be on the tag itself. And then I'm using one of Gina's fantastic stencils. They're made of a really thick plastic material. Awesome. And they will clean really nicely by soaking them in Murphy's oil soap in a little bit of warm water as well. And just leave them there to dry. Leave them there to soak, I should say, for a day. Come back in and just rinse them off, and they're good to go. So that's how I clean my stamps, my stencils, not my stamps. That's how I clean my stencils and my brushes. And I'm going in with a makeup sponge right here and adding some gold paint through this stencil. And I'm not using the whole entire stencil to create a kind of a cool look. While I'm finishing up this tag, I just want to give you a kind reminder to please check out the lovely design team members that are involved in this challenge. I will post links down at the bottom in the description box below of this video to their links to their videos. And thanks again for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz, and I shall see you next time. Thanks for watching. Toodles. Have a wonderful day. you.